Guys, we are at Retro Rick's Gamepoint here in Arkansas. We're gonna go inside, talk to Rick himself, get a store tour, and check out some cool stuff he's got in the back. Let's go inside. What's going on?
What's up, bro?
Good to see you.
How you, man? Doing good?
Doing good, doing good. Thanks for having us here.
Dude, glad you're here.
Yeah, we're just here to check out the store, so just
heck
take me around this place and
Okay.
tell me a little bit about what you got going on here.
Yeah, so the store is 19 years old, and I purchased the store almost 2 years ago, from a couple that I've known forever. This has been like my store that I've always went to, and I don't know what you guys have around where you're at. I can't take all the credit for what I think, I'm a little biased, how cool the store is. It was here, but I have kind of made it my own. It was more like, I don't know, a lot of like Fallout statues, Tomb Raider, things like that, which are all cool, but I'm more like the 90s nostalgia kid. So as you look around, you're gonna see a lot of things like right behind your awesome cameraman is freaking Ronald.
It's awesome.
Scary in some regard, but I think it's freaking dope. So these were the Ronalds that were in McDonald's, like in Walmarts.
Yeah, yeah.
So in most Walmarts, they had a McDonald's, and that was in there. And then this is the Ronald play place.
I didn't even see that. That's awesome.
Yeah, dude. If you're over 4 foot, you're not getting in, right? And then that's literally an 80s neon, McDonald's neon, from a store, from one of the restaurants in Clarksville. It's like 2 hours away.
How do you get all this stuff? You just call up some people you know that work
Okay.
at McDonald's and like.
No, I will say I've had my eyes on a couple different things, and now people know what I'm into. So I'll get emails and Instagram messages and things from people that are like, dude, I just saw behind you, that's a Michelangelo. That's not a statue, that's actually a suit. And that's one of the things that happens is people are just like, hey, I think this would be a really cool piece for your store. And we have traveled almost everything is from a different state. So this was actually in Chicago. This was in one of the Dakotas, I think. And then behind you is a huge Simpsons display that this was used in the movies. So this was like whenever they were premiering the movie, they had all these different things. Same thing with that Beast Hulk right there.
Yeah, I think it's huge.
So what we're kind of going for in the store is not just a game store where people are like hanging out to get a game, but they stay for a while, almost like a destination type of a thing. So this whole section is going to be all used games, and I want to say more like modern era, this generation right now. So Switch, which we have a pretty big Switch selection compared to a lot of places. I just had a guy trade in a collection of like 160 games, mainly like JRPGs and stuff like that you don't typically see all the time. And then you move over into, these are both new cabinets. So these are all new games that, I don't know how much you've seen of some of my videos, but like new games suck us dry, bro. Like it's so hard to make money on new games.
Yeah, man.
There's like a $4 profit margin.
Yeah.
And it's honestly scary. Like the business side of new games is like you buy whatever game for $56, sell it for 60, and then you have 20 copies, and then in 2 months that's down to $29.99, and you lose so much money. So I'm still debating the future of what we are going to look at for new games, because also digital and all that stuff. So like new games frighten me.
Yeah, I can see why. Does it drive in more people to come in the store because you have new games?
It does drive people into the store, but we still lose probably at the end of the day on new games. And then over all that way is PS5, PS4, and our small but mighty Xbox One selection. Xbox games, physical, they're just not a lot.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's fitting. I can't stand the Xbox One. It's not even because of the games. It's just like we test a lot of consoles in our videos, and Xbox Ones are by far the most annoying ones to test. You plug them in,
They're rough.
they need an update. You update them, they break. I can't stand the Xbox
Disk drive
One.
takes at least 3 tries to get
Yeah,
working.
disk drive never works on the first time. You have to put the disk in 3 different times before it works.
There's no data left on it. You gotta sign in.
Yeah, you gotta sign in to do anything. On the 360, you can kind of like explore old game saves.
Yeah.
That's what we love to do on the channel, is explore like old game saves, see what kind of names people use for like their avatars, what kind of avatars they made, messages that they leave them on there. Xbox One is like sign in or you can't do anything. So it's.
Yep, exactly.
Every time I look around, you got more
I know.
statues.
Yeah,
stuff.
and
You
these
got
are like
ET
that's an original Sonic from '91 when it came out.
Yeah.
Or when that Sonic 1 on Genesis came out. So yeah, that's a Pokemon banner that was on the front of a Burger King,
Oh my gosh.
and it was to promo Pokemon Stadium.
If you don't mind me asking, what's the most you paid for any like one
One
statue
piece?
or yeah?
Man, so we have a pinball machine over in the corner that wasn't here last time Jacob was here. It was like 6,500. Wow. But Hulk, I'm actually, if anyone is watching, and they're interested, I'm open to selling Hulk, and Hulk's worth like 20 grand. Yeah, and he's signed. He has a certificate signed by Stan Lee. But here's the big thing about this statue is he does not fit through the door. So you have to take out the entire glass to get him out. So it would have to be like a real endeavor to do that.
Yeah, that's something.
Amiibos also, or all around Hulk, there's product. We've got a ton of cheaper amiibos that are new. We always had to think about theft. I mean, so like these are really the only ones that are out. There's amiibo on this side and that side, and then DS and 3DS games that are CIB or boxed over here on this side. Yeah. So we really try to utilize every inch of the store to have games out. So most of our games too, there are some, but I would say like 95% of our games have front covers. We don't do a lot of loose disc. You see at game exchanges and places, you'll see this whole row. I would say this much of it is going to be their cover art, and there's like a couple games. I just hate how it looks. I don't think people, so if it's a game that's worth like 40 or more, we'll do loose sometimes. But mostly you're going to see games that are either boxed or CIB.
Yeah. So. I will say I love the cover art. Where did I saw one over here. Where is it? Yeah.
Some right there.
We bought a game last time just because it had this, because I think it's just it's kind of cool because it's
I appreciate it.
I would say something that I think is even cooler is all of our toys. So each toy line we have created. I actually have a illustrator that makes, so he does like the TMNT logo, but then he does it, and he actually made, this is his art too, so we're not stealing it. He made that art, and we do it for each one. So if it's Power Rangers, we do it Power Rangers, TMNT. And then all through here is going to be, most all your other games. We got a decent Wii U selection, and then these are all going to be roughly $30 and under is going to be all the stuff that's out on the floor. And then all the games we have back in a cabinet shelving unit back over there. And then the more expensive games are over there in the glass case. Yeah. So, but yeah, try not to be just video games. We've got obviously the vintage toys. We just started dabbling in. Are you into Pokemon cards at all? No.
I know absolutely nothing about Pokemon.
I am gonna say I was about the same place. I know a lot now because I've had to teach myself like all of it. So we sell Pokemon cards now too. And like you said, we also do over here, we do vintage clothes. All of these over here are all going to be from 80s and 90s mainly, a couple Y2K, 2000, 2001, but these are all going to be like either band shirts, like Bad Company, and these are all, yeah, you found the Taco Bell one, man. That's
the Taco Bell one. Yeah,
that was a find. I don't think last time you were here, we had the pipes green, right?
No, I don't think so.
So this was all designed. We had a designer come in, and she was like, what if we did something like this, made a big Mario backdrop, and made the tubes green? And I was like, that's genius. Yeah, let's do it. So we've done a couple of things too, where like if you go to game exchanges or different places, and I'm not trying to like beat up game exchange, but a lot of these places have their shelves go up to more like 7-8 foot, and it just blocks off your view. And I was really big on like, I just want to be able to almost, it feels large, but I can see everything in one place. So yeah, we could have this up another couple feet and have more games out, but it was more value for me to make it where it just feels more pleasant to be in here. So
no, I didn't even notice that, but yeah, you're right, because the game exchanges are always like
really high. You're kind of feel squeezed in, blocked off. So this is all going to be Sega. I would say, truthfully, Sega is the slowest for us. It just does not move. I don't. It's weird because the prices are still reflect like higher value, but there's just a smaller demand for them, a smaller collector base for Sega stuff. The 360 stuff is crazy because it's all shot up in value, like, I don't know, Tornado Outbreak. That was like a $15 game last year. Yeah. And now it's like $80, $100 CIB. But another thing though, they're all shooting up in price, but they're not selling. Like we're not selling a lot of Xbox 360. So now I'm paying out for these games that are $100. We pay the most anywhere else, but we'll pay like for better games, we'll pay about 50%. It's scary to pay $50 for a game that's worth $100, but no one's buying the $100 game.
What about NCAA football? Because is that shot down because of college football?
Yeah, like honestly, we need to lower we just lowered it last week. We need to lower it again. I want to say it's like $40 now, and I don't even know that this is at the timing of this video. We may look when you guys release this. It might be
going for like $5.
$8. Yeah, it may be a $5, $8 game. Yeah. We got loose amiibo, more expensive amiibo, and then over here is like almost like a museum type area. Did you all see this last time you were here?
We glanced at it, but honestly, I did not look at it for very long.
We try to change these out too, every so often, so people continue to come over and look and see what's all in there. But my wife did all these little blurbs. Got some YouTube stuff.
Nice. Oh, I got the plaque.
His plaque is still sitting in the box.
Yeah, mine is sitting in a box.
Mine was too. Mine was sitting in the box too. And the only reason why I've ever used it was because my wife was like, people want to see like what you do, like because some people come into the store and don't even know I have a YouTube channel. They're like, they don't. I mean, which is fine. Yeah. They're like, hey, yeah, Retro Rick bought this sword. They're like, I don't care. And they're like, I'm like, cool. They're just here for games. I like it.
Okay, so question on that. I'm assuming you get a lot of traffic to the store because of your YouTube channel. Do you get much traffic to your YouTube channel from the store? I don't even know if you could like. Yeah. I guess you can't really quantify that.
It would be hard to quantify it, but there are. I don't know where your channel is at this point. My main channel has slowed down in terms of subscriber growth. The views are still awesome, which is great, but I don't see but our second channel has grown pretty quick. So, but I don't know. That'd be hard. It's hard to know. This is the piece I was telling you about. That's probably one of my most favorite. This is a '93 Super Mario pinball machine, and it's awesome, man. It's a lot of fun.
This is the one that was 6,500?
This is one that's 6,500. Fun fact about this, most people know Charles Martinet. Was the voice of Mario for 30 years, 25 years. His voice on here is the first time he ever voiced Mario, is on this pinball machine. So pretty cool. All these signs are all legit. That Super Nintendo Game Boy one is crazy rare. That's one that, again, was just here when I bought the store. I want to say that's been valued at like 12K, 13K, something like that. So, yeah, we had to fix it one time. Extremely scary. Kind of looking up, we even have like toys and little VHS. That was one of our employees. He was just looking up one day. He's like, Rick, we could put stuff up here. And I'm like, oh yeah, we totally could. I'm pretty sure this was not here when you were here last time.
I don't recognize that.
Toys R Us Super Nintendo kiosk. And this is a piece that, dude, I've wanted for so long, and finally was able to snag one of those. So yeah, as a kiddo, man. Were you ever, did you have those as a kid? Like,
I was gonna say the one you're missing is the Walmart kiosk where you gotta.
Oh, dude, straight up. I actually have one in my house.
Oh.
Yeah. Kids don't know nowadays.
No, that's the one I remember, going to like Walmart and Target and Toys R Us. And
my mom would literally, because I remember the N64 one, my mom would literally drop me off or like keep me at Walmart, and she would go grocery shop for like 2 hours and just leave me. And I'd play Banjo-Kazooie. Yeah.
I heard you don't refurbish your games.
I do not.
Or your consoles.
We do not refurbish consoles.
Is Retro Rick's Gamepoint
a scam? No.
So what that means is we sell used consoles. Basically, we get an N64 or whatever console it is. We make sure it's working, check all the ports, make sure everything's functioning, and then we clean it the best we can without opening it, and that's what people get. And it would be a whole nother process to refurb things, which is totally cool. I mean, I think it's awesome. I'd love to have a refurbished console if that's the direction I went. Pretty decent selection of better GameCube stuff. Handhelds, I love handhelds, man. I will say the Gen Z demographic doesn't really go towards the NES, Super Nintendo, but for some reason they love handheld retro.
Game Boys?
I love Game Boys. Love tinkering with them, love doing the mods. So, I mean, I've got a couple dozen 14-year-old kids that are always in here like, where's your broken Game Boys? I want them for, like, I'm like, yeah, cool. And I think it's pretty
That's cool, yeah.
that they're into it. So this is consoles, and we have them in the back. So basically it's like oh yeah, I want a GameCube. And then we have them all in the back. We used to have them all up here, and the previous store could do that. They had all their consoles, and we had them boxed up. There was like 9 Wiis. We have like 60 Wiis now. That's all those, and then those are all either box or CIB consoles up there.
Yeah. How do you go about pricing your stuff?
Mostly eBay sold comps, and when you're talking about cardboard, I mean, the prices are everywhere. We try to take into consideration the condition of the box, all the innards, and go from there. So, but that's mainly just that stuff.
Yeah.
We try to be right around market. Now, there are some things that I could get destroyed in the comments for. There are some things that we sell a little bit higher than market because of supply and demand. Like,
Sell really
we
fast.
cannot keep PS2s. PS2s, because it's disc-based, because when you open up a PS2, there's a lot more happening than an N64. They're tanks. N64, Super Nintendos, they're tanks.
Yep.
So PS2s, it's not that, it's more that we just can't get them working and get the supply of them in like we can. N64s come in every day. So we never have PS2s. So we're like $10 over market on PS2s because we don't have them. More of the Grail case.
Oh yeah, Pip-Boy.
Got a Clay Fighter Sculptor's Cut, a little $1,200 N64 game. I can show you kind of more of the back areas.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, come on back here. This is the big girl.
Oh yeah.
She usually runs 2 to 3 times a day and is basically an employee. So 50 discs, loaded up with 50 discs, and push start and then walk away. And then, yeah, so I mean, but before it was literally you being out there helping somebody, oh, cool. And then as soon as you get a second, go back here, put 1 disc in, get it ready, go back out. And then it's like the idea is to continue to do that all day. And then at the end of the day, you get busy. You're like, crap, I did 4 discs.
Yeah.
Dang. So now all these back over here, these are all games that need to be buffed. So this is all the ones that I think this side needs to be buffed, and then these have been. So now they just have to go in and jewel them accordingly to whichever one, whichever color it is. Wii's white, whatever they are.
Yeah.
So that's our small little system there. It's not perfect, but it works for us. Is that what we do? And then all these are all empty cases that sometimes when those loose games come in, we're like, oh, we actually have Mario Party 4. So it's like we just grab that, and as you know, the price can go from $40 to $70 instantly almost.
Yep. Secret lair.
Secret lair. Then this is all stuff that, so other than here, all of this has all been cleaned and processed. So when you're like, hey, do you have any GameCube controllers? Like, yeah. We'll come back here, and this theoretically should be cleaned and ready to go to the best of our ability. So grab them from there, and then all of this is all the stuff that has come in probably in the last day that needs to be stickered, cleaned off, maybe back replaced, whatever it looks like, and then seeing if anyone's stealing from us, which they do, which is horrible. But
like, how often does that happen?
It doesn't happen as much anymore because we've learned what people were stealing. Like, we had our Joy-Cons at the front at one point, and people were stealing Joy-Cons. I was like, where are our Joy-Cons? We're not selling them. Like, I didn't sell any yesterday, and like I see 3 missing.
Oh my gosh.
So it was like one of the people are just like, they're smaller, so they just, yeah. So we've learned how to mitigate it best we can.
Yeah, I feel like that's the thing people don't think about is the losing so much inventory to stealing.
This is the Mario that I think would look awesome up front. Yeah. This is custom made. I got it in Florida. I got it. It looks almost like it would belong on like a mini golf course or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
Oh yeah, it's like the exact same material. Yeah.
It's like fiberglass, but the idea would be to get him to be the same height as Hulk. I would need like a 2.5 to 3 foot tube. So, but again,
put him on a tube. Oh yeah.
So yeah, put him in the tube.
Yeah.
So up here is the only place we do sell online. Some is Whatnot. So this is what most of this stuff is for. And this is where our Whatnot guy ships. So we have a show tonight and tomorrow. This is a usable NES controller. Isn't that weird? Imagine running, like trying to. And then this is our office. This is where a lot of the crazier stuff is. This is all the stuff that basically has come into this store in like almost 2 years that I'm just like, I don't know if I'll see this again. I'll have to like, so I literally buy it from the store. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
this is going in my office. And
You ever close the door and just hook up a game system and?
I need to do that more. Yeah, that's what I always say. Like owning a game store and running a video game YouTube channel, you don't play a lot of video games.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
relate to that.
That's like one of my favorite pieces. It's a
Is it sealed?
backwards. It's not sealed, but it's like basically sealed. It's kind of crazy too, the stuff that comes in. Like this came in. It's that one where you can play to your TV. This is how streamers. It's a certain kind.
Has it been modded or somebody just?
It's been modded.
Okay.
So
I have seen that. Okay.
that's the way people like play that want to mod or stream playing 3DS and DS
Yeah.
games. But that like came into the store. And then again, these are things that don't necessarily sell quickly in the store, but now anytime I see like people bringing sealed games, I'm not like a big sealed graded guy,
Yeah.
but I would just have to suspect like it's probably going to be a decent move to keep these sealed. So, I don't know.
What was that last Simpsons skateboarding or something?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that existed.
Yeah. Wall of CIB craziness.
Jeez.
I don't know. I don't say.
Keep it going. Yeah. Got the talking Kevin.
There's no rhyme or reason, really. It's just kind of like.
I mean, I've never seen at least like 60% of this stuff before. How much value do you think is in this entire store? Like
In the store?
Like
I mean, I know our inventory is over like 800K. So I would say there's probably over $1 million in total, though.
yeah, I mean, I mean, I guess once you add in all this stuff and all
Yeah.
the statues you have and stuff, yeah, that's
Yeah. I'm a hoarder of Pokemon box games. Another one of those things where I'm just like, I don't know, man. Cardboard that's not crushed. I'm gonna hold on to it for a little bit.
How many do you have that are? How many have you seen that are just the fake
Ooh,
card
dude,
boxes?
we don't get those very often. I mean, we get the games all the time, and that's what's always tough with new employees. Is like we try to go through all the fake things and all the telltales, and someone took a Pokemon Silver a couple days ago, gave them like $75, and I'm like this one's not real. They're like, it's not. I'm like, no. Like, dang.
Sorry, Jimmy.
Yeah. This is actually really dope. This is one of my favorite pieces. This is the N64 IQ. So the story is on this. Banned, illegal, right?
Yeah.
This was in China. They weren't allowed to have video games. So they couldn't have video game consoles. So they're like, okay, we'll put games in a controller, or you get the controller or get the games off, like I guess online. So because it's not a console, it's just a controller, it was legal. Like this was China's workaround to have a console there.
Have you ever seen any? I was just thinking about this. The like back in the day in the hotels, they had like the N64s that like hooked up to the TVs.
Yes.
You ever seen any of those?
I have a GameCube one of those. I had one. Oh yeah, so this is my box of shorts that I want to make. Just like weird shorts.
Oh, yep. I have that box too. It never happens, but
PS2 controller and keyboard.
yeah, that's something.
It's hefty. Feel that guy?
Oh man, yeah, that's like.
Here it is, bro.
Dang, yeah. There it is. The LodgeNet. That's what it is.
Ethernet and all, bro. Check that out.
Oh yes. Dude, it's like actually in really nice condition too.
All right, I can't wait for you to see this controller. Look at the back of it.
It's got a fan.
What? Is that a Boy Scout vest or something? Like.
No, so this is for a Toys R Us employee. They would wear that. It was during the Game Boy, Super Nintendo era, and a person brought this in, and I said, "Where did you get this?" And he goes, "Well, see this, Frederick?
Yeah.
That's my uncle." And I'm like, "What?" He's like, "He just kept it whenever he got fired." He's like, "I'm gonna keep it." So he got that one, and he had this Super Nintendo
Dang.
one. Video games, ask me. And then this is back in my day, we didn't have internet or like Game Informers, and if you had to like try to get past a certain level in a game, you would call into the hotline. And this was the Sega Game Counselor jacket. This is what
That's what they wore all day.
This is what they wore all day. Their official.
while they're
counselor.
talking on the phone, nobody
Yeah.
can see them.
Yeah, exactly.
What about that 360 down there?
Which one is it?
Just the one in the box, the 360 Elite.
Go big.
Basically, people will sell us stuff, and then we're like, this is the stuff we can't take. And I would say 8 out of 10 times they're like, well, I don't want to go home with anything. And they just give it to us.
Okay, yeah.
So a lot of this stuff, I think, is this the original one? We don't sell.
Yeah, you don't sell the fat 360s?
We don't sell the originals.
Oh, it's got a GameStop refurbished sticker on it.
It does?
I think so. Yeah.
Dude, can I bless y'all and you can have this?
For free? I mean, we will always take 360s for free. I don't care if it works
As long
or not.
as long as
It's even got a Best Buy sticker on the side too.
see, as
even
long
better.
as long as your viewers know that I gave
As
it
long
to
as
you
I don't
for free.
put in the thumbnail that
I didn't
Rich
sell it to
he
him.
sold me a broken console.
I didn't sell it. I gave it to him.
Well, guys, thanks for watching. We saw a lot of cool stuff.